Okay, so today we're in Nocatee, and I have to say that as we come to the end of development here in Nocatee, there is certainly a lack of larger lots, but there is plenty of 40-foot lots to build on as we come to the end here. So with a plethora of options for 40-foot lots, today I'm going to give you a tour of a floor plan, which I think has been created as a newer floor plan. It's never been built as a model. So you kind of get a peek inside of a floor plan that you can't basically walk in. And it is a solution to 40-foot lots that this builder came up with, which I think is very clever. It is called a Palmetto floor plan by Riverside Homes. And if you know a lot about lots, particularly in Nocatee and a lot of the master plan communities here in St. Johns County, you can end up in a pretty narrow lot where the AC must be put in the back of the home behind the primary, and it's not always the most sightly thing that you want in your backyard outside your master bedroom. So they came up with an option here in this floor plan that you do not have to have your AC in the back of the yard. So check out this video and see the solution to having a narrow lot and not having the AC on the back end of the home. This is the Palmetto floor plan by Riverside Homes. This was one of the first builds of this floor plan in Nocatee, and one of the big appeals of this floor plan is certainly those 18-foot ceilings. As you see to the left here, you also have a half bath and an entryway from your two-car garage. In the garage, you also have a little closet area to store your additional paints and additional building supplies, flooring, tile, or whatnot. Neatly, tidy, put away in the garage closet. You also have your water loop for your water softener, which you'll need here in Northeast Florida. Now again, this is the one kitchen structural option when you build this home. This here has a nice island, double stacked cabinets, but no windows in the kitchen. But you do have the option to add windows and another section of cabinets. You have that walk-in spacious pantry. Nice size island with the farmhouse sink and views of those tall ceilings. And then off the kitchen is your laundry room. Off the living area, before you enter the primary bedroom, you have your additional linen closet. Now in this build, my buyers did not do the additional tray ceilings, but if you want to add additional height in the room, you can add a tray ceiling. And then here in the primary bath, you have a pocket door. And in this particular plan, they chose for the standalone tub. When you do the standalone tub, you're going to have a smaller shower, and you're taken away from your master closet. You will see both options here today. And if you're going to have a primary closet this size, you're certainly going to budget for built-in closet system. Another thing you can do is you can bump out those windows another 3 feet to make that primary bedroom a little more spacious. Here's your dining area. And then, of course, let's head upstairs. As soon as you get to the top of the stairs, you have a little private office.
A little home office action here with a pocket door. And then a loft area. You can enclose this loft area, but they chose to keep it open with open railings into the living room. But if you want it to be a little more quiet, you can put a wall up. Heading up to bedroom number 1 upstairs, you have 2 windows with lots of natural light and its own bathroom. Do have a little walk-in closet on the smaller side. On the other side, across in the loft area, you have 2 more bedrooms which share a bath. Double vanity bathroom, shower tub combo. And here's bedroom number 2 upstairs. Nice size windows, again, making it feel very spacious. And a walk-in closet. The only complaint I get upstairs is that the ceilings don't feel very high in the bedrooms, and I do not believe you have the option to add a tray, because if you did, it would make the rooms feel a little bigger with a tray ceiling in the bedrooms. But as you can see in the loft area on the next tour of this home with different design options, you can do a tray in the loft area. Now the big selling point for this floor plan for me also is the extended lanai. Because of the lot choice of my buyers, they have a really beautiful lake to preserve view, and so they extended the lanai, which made a lot of sense in this particular case. Lots of outdoor living. You can screen it in. You can do a retractable screen. But plenty of outdoor living space on this 40-foot floor plan.
So here's another version of the Palmetto by Riverside Homes. Brand new floor plan. Again, just under 2,400 square feet, and you're looking at 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Now notice right here at the front of the entrance here, you have a cool little porch area for those of you that like to have a little chair there and have a little porch action. They incorporated that. Now, again, this is a great floor plan because there are a lot of 40-foot lots in Nocatee, and floor plan is brand new, created so that you can have an AC on the side of the house rather than behind the house. And I'll show you that in just a minute. So as you enter the home, again, on your right is the half bath. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath with a window, so it's light and bright. And then again, you've got these tall 17 or 18-foot ceilings, and it makes the home feel really much larger than it is because it's just under 2,400 square feet. So you have your dining area here, and then a different version of the kitchen. If you decided to have windows, it puts the cabinets on the side instead of directly behind. Now, this is really dependent on the lot you're on, because if you notice in this home, it does kind of line up with windows in the house next door because these are 40-foot lots. So if you want the light and bright, you might be able to put some plantation shutters on the lower side, open them up on the top, and still have that natural light. But when you have that, your cabinets are on the side here rather than just on the back. But you have a decent island, and again, really cool open view of the living room with those high ceilings and lots of windows. Got a decent size walk-in pantry here, and then this is where your refrigerator would go. And next to that, tucked in the side here, is your laundry room. So this is where your washer and dryer would go. You can do the cabinets afterwards on top. And then of course they did the plumbing to add the sink and more cabinets, if you will. So decent sized laundry room for sure. But decent sized island as well, beautiful sliders, plenty of windows. Again, a very unique feel for a 40-foot home here in Nocatee. Coming down here to the primary, which is downstairs, you have a little closet in the hallway. And then again, your primary here, they did a really good thing by adding that tray ceiling up, making your ceilings feel a little bit higher in your primary. And then they also did a bump out here, 3 feet bump out in the primary as well, to give the master or the primary bedroom a bigger feel. Lots of natural light in this one. Now here's the big thing for this floor plan that I prefer. When you do the tub on this floor plan, you're really taking away from closet space, and you're also making your shower smaller. In this case, they chose not to go with a standalone tub, which is a popular choice. But for this floor plan, I find it better personally, in my opinion, without the tub. They have a double vanity with the window, again, giving you that natural light. You have your WC, a nice decent sized closet, shower compared to if you decided with the standalone tub would give you a smaller shower and also a little bit of a smaller primary closet as well. This one's a little bit bigger, a little more generous. And again, closets sell houses, so that's an important factor. So if you're building this Palmetto floor plan, you definitely want to think seriously whether it's worth having that standalone tub or a bigger shower and a bigger closet, okay? Talk about the outside here in a second, but let's go ahead upstairs. Notice they chose to have the upgraded open loft area. Usually that would be closed in, and I think the openness makes it feel a lot bigger, but for sound reasons, some people would choose to enclose the loft area. So as you come up the stairs here, you'll notice straight ahead is a small office, and it does have a pocket door as well. So again, you've got a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath with a small office and a loft area. Again, they opted for the tray ceiling, kind of ties in the hallway area here to the bedroom as part of the loft as well. In this case, I would probably put a TV outlet on this wall here so that you can have at least a couch here on this side and this side. So cool feeling. Again, the high ceilings gives it like a really city urban loft vibe for this home. All right, here off the loft is a little closet for linens, game room closet maybe. And then you have your first bedroom upstairs. It's a small closet. Bedrooms are not big. Again, we're fitting a lot in here in a 2,400 square foot house, but it does have its own bathroom. Shower tub combo, and some very good choices by the homeowner on the finishes. They chose also to eliminate carpeting. That's something you can do afterwards sometimes. A little less money than the builder, depending on the builder, but much easier, of course, to do it with the builder. And then the 2 bedrooms down here, they have a shared bath. This would be a double vanity with cabinets. I always like to have drawers in my cabinets, and then also a shower tub combo. Across from the hallway is your AC closet, and then yet another linen closet for these 2 bedrooms. So you have a total of 3 bedrooms upstairs and the primary downstairs. Again, they made the bedrooms feel a lot bigger by adding a super large window. And then of course, you have the door to a decent sized closet for this bedroom. Bedroom number 3 up here has 2 windows, again, making it very light and bright and spacious feeling. This one has a bigger walk-in closet. Again, the only other negative I've heard about this new floor plan is some people feel like the ceilings are a little low in the bedrooms, and you cannot put trays on these upper bedroom ceilings. So only here are you able to get a tray in the loft area. So again, this is some good choices from this homeowner. You know, having a larger shower and closet in the primary, adding a tray ceilings in a couple areas to make the ceilings feel a little higher in the other rooms other than the living room. They went for the kitchen style where the stove and the cabinets are on the side and extra windows in the kitchen. And finally, I always love making your lanai structurally as long as you can. They opted not to do that, so their lanai is not extended like the last one, but they do have the plumbing for the outdoors. And because this is enclosed with a fence line, they can obviously extend their lanai themselves with pavers and create a cage atmosphere if they want to eliminate bugs. So my guess, they'll probably extend this patio with pavers and cage it in all the way out here to the end. So if you don't extend the structural lanai with the builder, this is an option, an alternative option, which gives you more lighting. And I can see why they did that in this yard particularly, because it's all fenced in. If they had extended the lanai really long, it might have made it less light in the home. This gives a little more lighting, if you will. But now the big reveal of what makes this floor plan so special is obviously the fact that even though you're in a 40-foot lot, if you look at the other builder next door, the AC is off the master bedroom. Well, that's why Riverside Homes decided to come up with an alternative option that allows folks to not have to deal with an AC unit outside the master bedroom. It's actually on the back here, tucked behind the garage, and that's where your AC is. So you don't have to have it out by your master bedroom, which I think was a brilliant move on their part and makes for a great 40-foot lot product. So I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Palmetto floor plan by Riverside Homes. It's a great option since, again, there are so many 40-foot lots left in Nocatee, particularly here at the end of development for them. A lot of the larger lots have been spoken for, limited on 50-foot lots, but there is a plethora of 40-foot lots. And so this is a great option for you if you're considering moving to the area and you'd like to do a brand new build. My name is DeTullio, and again, I specialize in new construction. It costs you nothing to have an advocate on your behalf. Builders pay our commissions as a marketing fee. So again, that is not something you have to worry about. And again, as part of our services, we like to make sure you have somebody accommodating you to help you make the right decisions with your structural options and your design. And of course, we also bring in third-party inspections for that pre-drywall and that final inspection. All part of our service is a courtesy. We think that the inspections are so important. It's a it's a no-brainer. Again, DeTullio, if you're thinking about making a move to the area, you can text me, call me, email me. My information will be in the description below and pinned to the comments. And if you don't know anything about a Nocatee, go ahead and watch these next two videos and I'll see you there.